Everyone, and welcome back. So for my very first tutorial as a blonde, I thought that I would do a kind of a neutral look. So this is the What's the Tea palette from The Balm. This is a local brand. I'm very excited to actually promote them. I have a tiny bit of foundation, I think, on my eyelids that just kind of transferred from when I was putting my makeup on. I already have my foundation, my brows, my blush, bronzer, blah 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 on. So we're going to go ahead and go in with the neutral eyelid primer, and I'm going to use my finger to apply that. This is interesting. When I first got this, I was like, that is going to look so dark on my skin. And two things happened. For one, now that I'm blonde, I've noticed that I can go a little bit deeper with my makeup choices, which is awesome. Definitely a benefit. But also, this goes on really neutral. It doesn't go on as like super intense. So I'm really, in fact, look at that. Compared to this one you can still see it has a little bit of like the cool tones from my blue veins showing through, whereas this one just looks neutralized. It's a very cool eyelid primer. I really like it. It's definitely better for people who have drier skin, I think. The next thing I'm going to do is take a large fluffy brush. This one is from Smashbox. This is called the All Over Shadow Brush, which is perfect for what we're going to do today. And I'm going to mix two shadows together. So Ooh La La would be a bit deep on me, and Receipts is going to be very peach. So what we're going to do is bop it into Receipts first, hello, then into Ooh La La, and then back into Receipts, and then knock off the excess powder. And so we're just really softly applying this all over the lid. And as you get to the crease, you want to soften that out. In fact, if you'd like, you can take a clean blending brush and just go along that edge. Now this palette doesn't have anything that would work as a highlight for me. There is a very light colored eyeshadow, but it has a lot of shimmer to it, and I'm just not feeling that look right now. So I am going to dip into my Matrimony palette, also from The Balm, and I'm going to grab Matte Lin, and then I'm going to sweep that all over underneath my brow and just make everything nice and soft. And don't forget my trick from the other day. If you want to soften it further, apply your highlight shade or a matte cream shadow all over. This will tone anything down that's gotten a little too intense and make everything look so seamless and smooth. It'll make a matte shadow look like a cream. Okay, so for eyeliner, I've actually been liking to use a brow pen for my liner lately, which is sort of weird. But you know, now that I'm blonde, I really have found that if I go really intense with eyeliner, it's a look, and it's a good look, but like, you have to really make that decision. And since I'm just going to be going to lunch after this, and I'm not trying to go for like full all caps glam just to eat lunch, I am going to be going with that lighter eyelash look. So today I'm going to be using Spiked Pencil from MAC. Not pencil, pen. This is their version of like a brow pen that has a brush tip, very similar to the one I used from Urban Decay in my previous video. However, this one has a slightly larger tip and is a totally different color. So I like the MAC system because they use the same names for like their pencils that they've sold for years and years and years. So it's really easy to figure out which color you wear if you've used that for a number of years. Now, I like doing this just right at the root of my lashes. I'm not trying to create like a eyeliner look, if you know what I mean. Now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I'm going to be using this lash curler from Sephora, which I like because it's like a bright orange. So I can really see my lashes up against it, so I can see the curvature that they're getting. So to activate a little highlight sparkle on my inner corner, I'm going to be using this Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Stick Shadow in the shade Golden Pink. This is a sample I have. It's lasted forever. And I'm going to place it right here on the inner corner and use my pinky to blend it in. It adds just a little bit of light to the eyes. For my mascara, I'll be using the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. My lashes are still recovering from when they got ripped out earlier this year, but wearing thickening mascaras like this Better Than Sex really, really helps me feel a little less sad about the ones that got ripped out. So now for lips, I want to do a red lip, and I'm actually going to go for something really bold and intense. So I'm going to use first a primer. This is a MAC lip primer. This is Prep and Prime Lip. I've been using it for well over a decade. This stuff is just marvelous. Now, if you've never used this before, it does require you to let it wear down. So you apply it generously. It's going to hydrate your lips. Especially good if you have a little bit of like a dry lip situation going on, which I do right now. And then let it set. Hang out for a minute. You know, this is usually the time I use to like clean up my station, fold up my palettes, put them away, that kind of stuff. And you will feel it start to dry down. Give it adequate time. That's all I can say. So, you guys hear that popping sound? Once it starts to sound like that, then you know you're good to go. So for my lips today, I'm going to be using No-Tell Motel from Urban Decay. This is one of my favorite lipsticks, and I'm super excited because it looks great on me as a blonde. So here we go. Okay, now I like to put my lip liner on after. We're all a little different. Some people prefer to do it before. Do whatever feels right for you, babe. Today for lip liner, I'll be using this one from Graftopian called Red Hot. It goes really well with No-Tell Motel. And that is my first quick tutorial as a blonde. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This was a lot of fun for me to do for you. I think that this What's the Tea palette is quite nice. I know I'm going to use like two of the most neutral shadows from it. You can absolutely bump this up from here. This can be a base look for expanding upon later. But I just want to show you guys this quick look today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Cora Diane. Just be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.